Who's the best player in the world?
Lionel Messi.
Who's the best player of all time?
Lionel Messi.
So are you better than him now this season?
Some people say I'm better, the other people say it's him. But, you know, at the end of the day, they're going to decide who is the best player in the moment, which is, I think, it's me.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
That much better than Ronaldo?
For me, Messi is natural. For me, Ronaldo is a trend.
Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo?
I think Messi. He's doing things which, in my eyes anyway, Messi is the best ever.
In a place like Messi, any mistake you can pay for it.
You say players like Messi. Are there any other players like him? In your opinion, how good is he?
For me, he's the best player in the world, and by a distance.
Can you do anything to stop him as the opposing coach?
Yes, you can, but the difficulty with him is he's not always in the game, you know. But when he's in it, he's really dangerous.
Then, in my opinion, for me, in the last 10 years, I can say last 10 years, the best player in the world was Messi, no doubt.
Ronaldo. Ronaldo? So that's one for Ronaldo?
Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo.
He's looking hard. Strong, he's looking strong. What about Messi? Little. Messi's a bit short, but he might be bigger in some places.
I mean, I don't think so.
No? Oh, okay.
I think both players are fantastic, but in my opinion, Messi is still a bit better than Cristiano Ronaldo. They are two players that I love watching when they play. They do amazing things. They are completely better than the rest of the players in the world. There's no doubt they're the best in the world, but despite that, I do think that Messi is better than Cristiano Ronaldo.
The best player in the world for you now?
For me, over the five, I will go with Leo. I will go with Leo, although I respect Ronaldo a lot. I respect the amount of work he put into the game, the amount of dedication he has. But Leo is just a freak.
Es gibt immer den Wettkampf Messi, Ronaldo. Wer ist für dich der Bessere?
Sie sind beide wirklich Weltklasse-Spieler, aber ich bin und bleibe ein Fan von Zidane. Deswegen sage ich Zidane.
I'm happy that Messi is back. It's a privilege to be a contemporary of this boy. It's something that can't be repeated. I saw him so strong, so fast, so competitive. He's back to being at the level at which I had the privilege to coach him, where he gave me so many good things. I hope in Germany they will have the television rights for the Spanish league, which we don't currently have, to see directly how this boy plays so well. He's the best player of all time. We can put him with Pelé, but I never saw a boy like him, and I believe we won't see another for a long time. The only way you can deal with him is by keeping the ball from him as much as possible. I don't have another way of dealing with such a talent. There is no other way.
Moving on to the players that you played with Messi. He's a phenomenal player, but not many players played with Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Who's the best? But what are the differences? More importantly, what's the difference between them? You've seen them close.
I think that they are both amazing. We are talking about two of the best players, not just in the world, in the history of this sport. I always said that Messi has some talent that no one has. I mean, he has the ball and his speed, controlling the ball with, and the ball doesn't go 2 meters far from his foot. He's always there. It's impossible to catch him. This talent I didn't see to anyone. Cristiano Ronaldo is such a different player. They are very different. He's really tall, strong. He's really complete. He can do everything. Can do goals with the head, free kicks, penalties, take one-on-one. But Messi's got. I always said in Spanish, in English, is like for me, Messi is like it's not human, and Cristiano is the best of the human. You know what I mean?
Different level. I think what he can with a ball so fast. Yeah, he's totally one of the best players here in Spain. I think the best, and yeah. I'm lucky that I'm not a defender, you know. When I have to play against Messi, I think I don't sleep for 3 weeks.
Who is the best player ever?
Lionel Messi.
It's a pity
Of course, it's a pity. Sometimes you cannot stop the clock. It's a pity when you have some players year after year, they become older. In 5 years' time, I think Messi will be 34, and we will be all crying that the guy is.
We've been fortunate enough to be able to watch these two at the height of their powers for a long time now, and I think that in years to come, the way Ronaldo's been in the last year, whatever, he'll probably pinch it. He'll probably get the vote over Messi, for me.
Well, I never ever thought I'd say that there was a player better than Maradona, because it was my time, and I was just totally in awe of him. But I honestly think, for a number of reasons, that Messi has surpassed him. He can do anything that Maradona did, and does it more frequently.
It's just a World Cup
and
thing
more
now.
That's the only possible argument against him, really. But the Champions League now, all the best players are in the world are in the Champions League, so it's not that much different. He took them to the final. And he didn't have his best year last year. He was clearly struggling with his hamstrings. He wasn't fully fit, but he's back to his best now. I didn't think I'd say this, but I think Messi's better than overall. And he'll have greater longevity, because obviously
he's 27 now, isn't he?
Off-field problems.
So by the time he's finished,
he'd pretty much had it by now.
Yes.
Yeah. I think Leo is a fantastic player. I mean, everybody that looks football or even don't understand nothing about football, he will say Messi is a fantastic player. But I still say he's young. He's 22 years old. He has a big future in front of himself, and I hope he can keep up on that level that he's doing now, because I think he won everything. He missed the golden foot, but I will help him win it this year. And no, I hope he can continue and not lose the motivation, because this is the biggest threat, I think, for him, because he's only 22. He is in the best environment, and I have only positive things to say about him.